Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just yesterday, GM was gracious enough to give us a new teaser trailer for the C8. And what was inside gave us a new look at a never before seen side scoop and a new style hood on the new Corvette. Alright guys, so the news for the C8 has been kind of slow lately for any of us enthusiasts, but we have gotten a few new 3D renderings from Chazcron showing the car in a real life situation sitting in a driveway. Definitely cool stuff, and he has really been able to do some fantastic things with this car, all with very little help from GM. They basically haven't given him anything official to work with, so everything in his renderings is completely done off of speculation and what he thinks that car may look like on July 18th. In case you guys haven't seen those 3D rendering videos yet, I'm going to go ahead and play the 3 different ones for you right now. So what do you guys think of those? They're pretty neat, right? It could literally be your driveway that car's sitting in. Chazcron's done a fantastic job, like I said, and even though I don't think that that's really what the car is going to end up looking like, he is specifically making these renderings to fit exactly what the test mules look like. If the car came out and literally had the same design as the test mule, then the car he's designing would be exactly it. Like I said, as great as he's done, I don't think this is really what the new car is going to look like. And I've talked about this a couple times in my previous videos, but I'll say it again. I don't think we've seen what this car is actually going to look like yet. I think GM is purposely keeping it, pun intended, under wraps. The renderings we've seen to this point are not really eye-catching in my opinion, and I've always felt like something just wasn't quite right. Well, just yesterday, GM gave us another teaser trailer for the C8 Corvette, and I'm going to play it for you right here.
Let's go. Is your seatbelt fastened?
Now, there is actually a lot of information packed into this short little teaser clip from GM. They flash by pretty quick, but when paused at the right time, we get a glimpse of a very different looking side scoop. Something we haven't seen rendered yet, and here it is. Now, after seeing this, I am drawn back to some rumors I read not too long ago, and I covered in one of my previous videos about the design of this car. A member on the mid-engine-corvette-forum.com stated that the side scoop actually flowed all the way down to the side skirt, and that's definitely what we're seeing here in this video. Typically, the way that that scoop looks on the test mules is a very triangular piece that's not very open, doesn't extend from the top of the car down to the side skirt the way it does in this video, And the previous member on that Corvette forum, I believe this is exactly what he was describing. We're also seeing the definite absence of that stupid triangle piece that was on the door. I knew this thing wasn't going to make it into production. It was just too strange and way too out of place looking to be real. I stated in some of my previous videos that I didn't think this was actually part of the car, and sure enough, it turned out to be just another added piece that GM threw on there just to keep the real car shape hidden. The actual opening for the side scoop is a lot bigger than the renderings or the test mule cars show, which is quite interesting. I think it looks a lot better, and it will definitely allow more airflow into the engine, which is always a good thing. Now, aside from the side scoop, we actually also get a nice shot of the front hood, which also looks nothing like the renderings, nor the test mules that we've seen lately. It has a very similar curve to it that the C7 Corvette has, and it looks a lot more natural in my opinion. Like I've said for a while, I think GM is keeping some of the finer aspects of this car hidden, but I was starting to really lose hope with all of the test mule sightings appearing pretty much the same. I'm unbelievably relieved to see this in their teaser video, and it gives me hope, once again, that this car will be as amazing looking as it should be. If I had to guess, I still don't think we're seeing 100% of this car under this wrap yet either. This video definitely clears some things up for us, but I don't believe that it's still giving us 100% of what this thing is actually going to look like. It's definitely closer to what we're going to get, but it's finally starting to lose some of the fake panels under that wrap to really give us a closer look at what the final product may look like, and I could not be more pumped to finally get to see this thing come July 18th. I'm so ecstatic that this car is coming together the way it is, and all of the things that I thought I didn't really care for in the looks department for the car are coming to be that they may not be real. I've said for a while that I think a lot of these panels are fake, that GM was just adding them on to kind of throw us off, but in reality, it was more me hoping that that was the case, and it looks like it might actually be. The teaser trailer really just covers years of experience and years of Corvettes, all of which never really made it to production. And in the video, GM focuses very heavily on Zora, which is another aspect of the C8 mid-engine Corvette. Everybody knows Zora was the guy who wanted the mid-engine Corvette to become a reality. I think, honestly, in this trailer, they're specifically focusing on Zora because one of these models is definitely going to be called a Zora. I personally did not know that there was this many different mid-engine Corvettes designed over the years. I knew of one of them, which was the silver one that kind of looked like a DeLorean almost. But the other ones, specifically the red 1986 mid-engine Indy Corvette that looked almost just like an NSX, I have never seen that car before. So that was definitely interesting, and I applaud GM for sharing that with all of us. Just to let us know, this car has been a long time in the making. Lastly, there's a recent patent that was dug up by one of the mid-engine Corvette forum members talking about the dual clutch transmission used in this car. While patents aren't really a guarantee of anything, it seems like we may get an 8-speed and a 10-speed dual clutch transmission in this car at some point. GM filing a patent for a dual clutch transmission is interesting because it tells me there must be something different about their design if they feel they have to patent it. The difference isn't something that's going to be easy to spot though, since the paperwork is very complex, and unless you really want to dig into it, the differences are not likely to be discovered until the car actually launches. Based on what I think, we may get a 10-speed dual clutch transmission with the more performance-oriented models, but who knows? It's definitely interesting stuff. GM seems to really be going balls to the wall with this car and making sure that performance concerns are not going to be present. My only concern, as usual, is whether or not we're going to get a manual transmission in this car. But at this point, I know I'm beating a dead horse. All I can say is I've got my fingers crossed. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. What do you think of this side scoop? Do you think it's a new look at what it's likely to ship with, or is this an old model that was tested before the new scoop was added? How about the hood? A better look at what's really under the wrap, or is it again something that kicked off the C8 testing? We're definitely not going to know for sure until July 18th, but based on some previous leaks, I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to look more like these shots than the previous renderings. Anyway, if you liked what you saw, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet to stay as up to date as possible with the C8 info. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.